around to say hello. One-on-one, I'm so fly. You took a nosedive. Careful when you play on my level. For you, it's so. Say hello.
Motorola Razr 50 Ultra. Flip the script.
Hello, Moto.
Joining me on the Newshour tonight is Major Harshit and his wife, Twisha's bhabhi. Major Harshit, I know it's been a tough 10 days for you and your family. Samarth Singh has surrendered today. But is that really enough? He chose his time. The system did not go out there and arrest him. He chose the time. He chose his dress. He chose where he would surrender. And today he surrendered at the Jabalpur Court. I want to ask you, does this really satisfy you in terms of the investigation?
Ma'am, I'm not sure of the satisfaction that this thing gives me, but it definitely shows their knowledge of the system and them exploiting it. They are trying to make use of each loophole that is there in the system. Being a criminal lawyer, he's fully aware that he has to report either to the IO, the investigating officer, or the district court at which the case is being filed, has been filed. He deliberately chose Jabalpur. My question here is, why after 10 days? What is he trying to hide?
You say he deliberately chose Jabalpur. Is it something about Jabalpur that you know that people should know?
It is not about Jabalpur, ma'am. It is about... I do not know their connection with Jabalpur, honestly. I am sure there would be many. But at present, it is not just about Jabalpur. It is about not reporting to the place that you know you have to report when you have to surrender. You deliberately chose a place wherein you know you would get someone to help you. You deliberately chose a place wherein you know you'll be sent back. And why the question of protection now? Why the threat is being felt by him now? And why not while he was moving from Bhopal to Jabalpur? Are these included in the legal rights as Giribala Singh had told? To abscond and then report back to the court that his life is threatened.
Major Harshit, I also want to ask you the question that Giribala Singh is not responding to the summons that have been sent to her to cooperate in the investigation. The police says 3 summons, she says 1 summon. Why do you think she's stalling on this?
It reflects very poorly on the judgment that she must have passed all throughout the years. A liar herself, sitting at a place wherein you are supposed to judge other people, find out who's lying, who's telling the truth, and pass judgments. How can you do that when you lie yourself? How do you justify the chair that you've been sitting on? And the chair you're sitting on right now, how is it justified?
Major Harshit, the question today is also about the allegations she and her son have made against your sister about drug abuse. Why do you think she's making these charges? The drug abuse charge, the charge that they transferred 7 lakh rupees into Twisha's account. The date that was done was the date Twisha died, 12th. Do you know what time this money was transferred? Do you have details of that?
Ma'am, these are all attempts to divert the attention of the investigating team. And she has done that while she was out on bail. The ex-judge has forgotten the law herself. She had made derogatory remarks. She had made accusations. The fact that she chose to call a media interaction in her office while she was out on bail it only shows that she has nothing to justify her actions and would throw all the dirt that she can possibly gather. And she has it a lot. She has quite a lot of dirt on her.
Well, Major Harshit, I don't know what dirt you're referring to, but why would she call the beauty parlor or the salon where Twisha went on the day she lost her life? Why is she, the conversation she had with you about the reasons for her termination of pregnancy? What do you make of what she's trying to do in this?
All those allegations, ma'am, all those remarks that she's been making, she has no grounds for it. Whatever that is coming in her head, she's doing that. The possible reason that I find behind her making these accusations, making these statements, is that she has nothing else to talk about. There is a prominent guilt. There's a prominent guilt that she is trying to hide. She knows she has done wrong. It is clearly evident in the evidences that they themselves have provided. Be it the video recording, be it the CDR. It is not the action of a normal person who has been through an accident. An accident of losing your own daughter-in-law. How are those actions justified? Will a normal sane person do that when they have lost their daughter-in-law? Will a normal sane person move so casually in front of a dead corpse of her own daughter-in-law and then claim that she was in panic and that is the reason she had not called up? Will a normal sane person not pick up my mother's call and still end up calling 40 odd people on the same day? I want to know the calls that have been made by those persons that she had called after her call. She wants to prove her innocence, prove it.
True. I know this is a very painful chapter, but I also want to get your wife in. And I want to ask you, ma'am, Twisha was upset. There were WhatsApp messages that she sent her mother. Has she been upset for longer than when those messages came? What was she upset about? There is another conversation that has come out that probably shows allegedly that Samarth Singh himself was a substance abuse person. Did Twisha ever discuss that with the family?
Ma'am, regarding the incident, ma'am, when it came to the light, and she did mention it clearly, I mean, that was the reason she was upset. All the accusations, the constant emotional torture and harassment that she'd undergone, she had mentioned it, and that is when she decided to come home. Again, when they did go reconcile, she did see that there was no improvement in the behavior of Mrs. Giribala Singh or Mr. Samarth Singh. And she had clearly mentioned that this is something I'm not okay with and I want to come home. For the same reason, she had a ticket booked. She had her parents' ticket booked. Her parents had booked the ticket to go meet her at her in-laws' residence, at her residence in Bhopal. And onto that, when this was brought up to Mrs. Giribala Singh, she clearly said that this is not the time to come. Please do come during another season, during rainy season. And also to tell and constant, I mean, that's absolute blackmail to someone when she wants to go home because she's clearly upset by your behavior, because you all have no acknowledgement of what you are doing to someone who's just been married off to your home about 5 months ago. And to that, Mrs. Giribala Singh has to say that, you know, you need to bear with such kind of thing. औरतों को सहना पड़ता है. अगर ये लड़की आपके घर आ जाएगी तो हम इसे वापस से नहीं लेके आएंगे, हम इससे बात नहीं करेंगे. That's absolute blackmail to someone. And when she decided, I mean, Twisha has always been a girl who's always been fearless. She's always stood up for what is right and against what is wrong. And similarly, she was not comfortable with the behavior, with the actions of her husband or her mother-in-law. And she decided to come home. So we were pretty much aware, and she was pretty much aware of what was wrong and right.
Ma'am, was Twisha unhappy about her pregnancy? That's what her mother-in-law, Giribala Singh, has said. Was she unhappy about it? Did she discuss with the family about wanting to terminate her pregnancy?
Ma'am, who would want to bring a child in that home? She always wanted that baby, ma'am. But who would want to bring a child in a home where the legitimacy of the child is being questioned by not just a husband, but by the mother-in-law as well? Each passing day, she was accused of having multiple partners, or maybe I do not know who the child, whose child is it. Not just by the husband, but by the mother-in-law. The one person, the elder in the house, 2 out of 3 people are shaming that one person. For what? Accusing her of infidelity, accusing her and asking her questions like, will you do it if you've been with people before? Will you do it after marriage? Will you do it to climb the social ladder? Will you do it for monetary benefit? Comparing her like a case study of one of your case.
Extremely painful.
You give me the answer to
Extremely
that.
painful. Extremely painful and totally objectionable, the kind of questions that Giribala Singh has subjected Twisha to. In 21st century, may no woman have to go through what Twisha went through. Harshit, to you, to your wife, to your parents, what can I say? I can't even say condolences, because Twisha still needs her final closure. You need the final closure. But Samarth Singh now under arrest. Do you feel this is progress in the case? Do you have faith in justice?
I really hope, ma'am, and I really do want. Whatever that you're saying, my fingers are crossed, all our hopes, all our prayers are with that we do get justice. The one thing that we've been deprived of from the past 10 days, the complete process has been so deteriorating mentally. When you feel the entire system starting from from the bottom of the hierarchy to the top notch, when you feel every other person is against you and possibly with them, and yet you continue to fight, you continue to raise your voice just to be heard and just for the evidences to be seen by the experts and not just by us.
Well, Major Harshit,
I feel we have stepped forward in the right direction, ma'am. But the fight is long.
Absolutely. It is going to be a long fight, but we stand here in solidarity with you and your family to find the truth about what happened to Twisha. Today, I just hope that the powers that be will recognize that India is outraged in the manner this case has been handled. And citizens are aware of what's going on here, the influence peddling that's going on here, and that is something that will need to stop. The wheels of justice may be slow, but they will be moved, and we as a nation support you and your family in the quest for justice. Thank you, Major Harshit. Thank you, ma'am, for joining me on the Newshour.